This is The Wheel Weaves Watches, a spoiler-free breakdown podcast of The Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. I'm your host, Dani, and I'm joined by my co-host, Brett, and we're here to bring you an in-depth look into the Wheel of Time show. We'll share reactions, episode breakdowns, and relevant background information without spoiling future content from the book series. So grab a drink and let's get watching. We'd like to acknowledge and thank our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Sean McGuire, Yanis, Albert Lorenzo, LightBlindedFool, Green Man, Deyvis, Ferreira, Margaret, Big C, Bennett Williamson, Dylan C, Hannah Green, Noralia, Jordan Gower, and Geof Searles. In this episode, we are talking about episode 4 of season 2.
Yeah, episode 4 is Daughter of the Night. Wow, what an episode.
So good.
Yeah, I feel like this is totally an episode where we gotta be aware that there's misinformation happening and unreliable narrators and just like wrong information. Like, we gotta be on our toes for what's real.
I love a good Moiraine backstory.
Holy moly.
Just like a hint, just a little sprinkling of a Moiraine backstory. I love it.
Everything. It was great.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love all of it.
Very spooky, bloody woman.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love Lanfear. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. This is
That's
so great.
true. No, you do. You do love Lanfear.
I really do.
There's a lot of big emotions coming out.
Oh, yeah. Big Lanfear emotions.
But I just got to say...
This is a good reveal, too.
It was.
Because this was a very, very good Selene to Lanfear reveal.
Yeah, I got to say, though, I am still on board for the Selene-Rand relationship.
Are you? You're on board for that?
I'm shipping it. You know what? I want them to go all the way.
She's just so understanding.
We can come back from this.
She's so kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants the best for him.
She really, really does. She gets him.
Yeah. She gets who he is, what he wants to achieve, and if you want something, you just have to go and take it.
You just have to go and take it.
She gets it.
She gets it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Me too.
Now, before we really get into this episode here, we have to do, as is tradition, talk about the food.
Yeah, I made food.
You did. Something very Wheel of Time specific.
Yeah.
Something that we have learned a lot about.
So much about.
Over the past, I feel like the last year to 2 years.
No, about a year.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. You made some delicious meat pasties.
Pasties, not pasties.
Not pasties. We apparently were pronouncing that wrong. They're pasties.
Pasties.
Yeah.
Meat pies.
They're
meat hand pies.
Hand pies, like basically meat calzones that you hold in your hand. But not
calzones, because calzones would be a pizza.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I get that.
It wasn't a pizza filling.
No, I get that. But you did a really great job of making pasties.
Some people would say they look kind of like empanadas.
Yeah.
I think it all has to do with the fillings.
You put it, and then you got the it was delicious.
Yeah.
I did
a very nice beef and leek, peas, carrots.
Delicious.
Little inside there.
Yeah.
It was so good. That might be my new favorite thing to eat.
Oh,
because a chicken pot pie is one of my very favorite guilty pleasure foods. Absolutely.
An entire family size chicken pot
pie. I love chicken pot pie. I love it. And so this was basically it for me. This was so good.
Yeah. No,
I will make this again.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't double up on it for the show.
Not for the show, but in our lives.
Just like in real life.
This will be a thing I make.
I accept.
Yeah.
I accept.
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not relevant to the episode,
No, not at all.
relevant to Wheel of Time. Anyways, let's get into it. We had a lot of characters to talk about here. We got a couple of touch points on basically everyone this episode. And I feel we should start off with Perrin and Elias.
Sure, yeah, okay.
That's where we should start.
Oh, this was so emotional. I loved it.
We get a little bit of caught up to speed after the escape from the Shanshin. Because the last we saw them, Ishamael was taunting Perrin in the wagon.
I know.
And then Elias came to the rescue.
And since last week, when we watched all of the first 3 episodes, I feel like I've learned who the Shienarans are with Perrin. And now I feel like I need to go back and watch the first 3 episodes.
We do.
Because I am so confused about the different characters.
We had some confusion. We had some confusion on who's who. And between season 1 and season 2, we have
different characters?
Well, not different actors stepping into roles here as who's important in the Shienaran plotline.
Right, here. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because last season we did have Uno, and obviously Uno got killed last episode.
Yes.
Pretty shocking.
That's true.
But we've had this introduction of the past 3 episodes of
Ingtar
as like the leader of the Shienarans.
Right. Here. And I didn't recognize that this character who's walking with Perrin, I didn't know his character name was Ingtar.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I need to like rewatch it and figure out who's who.
And I don't actually know this for sure, but I'm going to blame subtitles because I'm pretty sure at one point the subtitles referenced Ingtar as Yokota from season 1. So I think there might be a mistake, or I just got a little bit confused.
I think I'm confused because I thought that was still... Yeah, I wasn't even sure.
Because there was Yokota, but now Ingtar's like the leader of this little group. Yeah,
and it's like a different actor, or I don't even know.
Yeah. So we got to like go back a little bit here and figure it out because I've heard the Ingtar name in the show.
Yes.
But now I think I know who it is.
And so I think it's important to note, I didn't say it at the top of this episode, but this is our initial post-watch reaction. So we literally just turn the show off, we turn the computer on, and we're recording.
Yeah.
And so we're just sort of going as we are, and...
It's messy. We don't have many notes here.
None.
I was busy eating pasties here, so like... No, but I'm excited to break it down fully.
Okay,
but
so
anyways.
Perrin has escaped.
Yes, he got away. Elias is helping him.
Yes.
And welcome to
wolves.
The Wolf Brothers.
Wolf Brother, oh.
Right?
Yeah.
I love it. Are they Wolf Brothers? No, they're just wolves.
You know what? I appreciated how not hostile Perrin was, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So in the last couple episodes, we've seen Perrin be very hostile towards Elias and, the Dark One. And or I guess he's not the Dark One. Ishamael.
Yep.
So he's like really upset about this whole business, right? He was like, stay away from me, right? And then
and Ishamael did the whole like, ooh, the closer you get to the wolves, the closer you are to me.
Yeah, something stupid.
Yeah.
But with Elias, he was actually open to listening to it.
Yeah.
He wasn't immediately super hostile and angry. And then he even was pretty happy to see this vision and learn Hopper's name.
You know what? I love the wolf communication system where it's the communication by images.
Through visuals, yeah.
The visuals, and that is 100% like...
The books,
You got it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
And even when Perrin sees the hopping wolf, right? The jumping and,
He's like, Hopper. And Elias is like, yeah, close enough.
Close enough. It's like, it's a visual representation. And no, it's not exactly that, but it's close enough. And we're going to go with Hopper.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. But I also do love the fact that Elias was like, we're wolf brothers. And Perrin's like, are they wolf brothers? And it's like, no, they're wolves.
Yeah.
And it's like, what does wolf brother mean? And it's like, it's exactly what it sounds like, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Keep up.
It's in the name.
Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. So that was good. A nice change for Perrin on the wolf side of things.
Yeah, I feel like we got a bit of a relaxing Perrin episode because it was pretty heavy last one. Mm-hmm. So we need a bit of a cool down period before we
What I
ramp
did
out.
note is that Perrin does have his dark eyes for most of this episode. I think for all of it.
Not all. I think I saw it when he was seeing the visions.
Oh, when he was seeing the visions, they were golden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I am concerned because where's Loyal? Where's Loyal?
Oh, well, Liandrin let us know, and don't worry.
Well, here's the thing. Do you believe anything that she says?
Don't worry, though. Nynaeve and Elaine and Egwene are about to go off.
I love it.
It's
perfect.
Help them. And Liandrin is just helping them out because, long journeys are really hard.
Yeah.
So just knock you out and then you'll wake up when you're there.
Yeah, there you go. Now you don't have to experience the long trip.
Don't worry.
It's fantastic.
She's still... It's fine.
You skipped 87 plot points
I know.
here.
Well, because you mentioned Loyal.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now, I don't know if we should believe anything Liandrin's saying at this point, because that, number one, that news that came up there, that is questionable at best, because we know that Perrin is not, in fact, captured anymore.
No, Perrin is not, but Loyal still seems to be.
Possibly. And again, we have no idea where the Shienarans or Loyal, are. Where are they? Who knows? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's flip over, because that's basically all we got for Perrin.
Okay.
So let's talk about the Egwene, Elaine, Nynaeve, Liandrin
situation.
Exactly what's going on. So Nynaeve is now recovering very well, which is understandable from her experience in the Arches.
No, she was gone for years.
Yes, that was confirmation.
Years of her life.
I was wondering, did she actually get to live out? Because the whole, how old is that kid question?
I know. We had some comments.
maybe 5.
Maybe
I don't
5.
know.
What did I was like, that's a 3-year-old. People are like, that's a 5-year-old.
It's hard to say.
I'm like, I don't know.
It could be a big 3-year-old or a very small 7-year-old. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Anyway, so she lived between 2 and 8 years.
Lived out that entire experience, was pregnant, had a baby, lived it.
We'd have to assume all that stuff went by.
And then all of a sudden it's just ripped away from her.
Yes, and even if the memory is fading, which she does mention, that's going to stick with you.
Yeah.
So holy moly.
And I love how enamored that one warder in training guy is.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, are you Nynaeve? Are you going to need a warder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
That's not your job. Get out of here.
Well, and especially because then we hop over to Lan, where it's like, oh, Nynaeve might need a warder, Lan.
Well, he didn't seem very receptive to that.
No, he was not receptive to that.
It's a tough time for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there does seem to be a bit of a communication breakdown between Egwene and Nynaeve, because the last couple episodes we had Nynaeve overhearing Egwene basically shit-talking her to Elaine.
And then immediately she left.
Yeah.
And then she was gone for years without Egwene.
And that's the whole, like, hey, Egwene saying,
being like,
where's Nynaeve when I need her?
Yeah.
And then Egwene saying, hey, if you need me, I'm here. But then that hug that they had, Nynaeve doesn't really reciprocate the hug.
Not immediately, no.
Oof, it's a tough situation.
Right. Okay. And then we get a heart-to-heart with Nynaeve and Liandrin.
Oh, yeah, she swoops in there real fast.
Yeah, gains some trust.
Hey, you need a friend?
And it makes us be like, oh man, Liandrin, you're such a good guy.
Right.
Maybe no.
Maybe no.
I mean, like, to blast him into the rock like that?
I mean, but here's the thing. That was a very interesting scene, because Liandrin does play the card of telling the story about,
my son,
there's news, someone's missing.
Oh, that part,
There's an Ogier. And then if you still don't understand about Loyal, there's a blacksmith from the Two Rivers.
It's your friend.
It's Perrin. Yeah. Don't do anything rash. And then immediately, like, Nynaeve's going to do something rash because it's kind of in character there.
Right. And then we get the confirmation that accepteds are allowed to leave the tower, but novices are not.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So
do you think Liandrin is just invoking some Aes Sedai power? Like, oh, novices can't leave. Blast you. And they're going to just, like, wake up nicely in their cells?
No, well, here's the thing. Liandrin's clearly... they're in, like, what are they, in the cellars? Like, the basement?
They're... No. Underneath? You know where they are? Because Nynaeve was like, I know a way out.
I know a way out,
because last time she followed Liandrin to that secret passage.
That's true.
Yeah, so she followed Liandrin out that secret passage, and so now she's like, I know a secret way out, and they're going through there, and Liandrin obviously knows that secret passage and expects Nynaeve to be taking it.
But that's the thing. She looks at Egwene, but then she specifically looks at Elaine
and is like,
and says,
you complicate
You're
things.
the complication, and I have to assume that's because she's the daughter heir of Andor.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you were
if
not
we're
supposed
leaving,
to be here.
Yeah, Elaine. Which, again, did she make more of her, like, toilet beer? Like,
yes.
She's just got more.
It's not toilet. It's just the power beer.
Power beer. Okay.
Yes. She makes
better.
it with the power.
With the power.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
She did do that.
It's like, how much do we have here?
So much. There's also a really quick scene between Liandrin and Lyanna, the keeper.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, where's Swan?
Yeah, where is she?
Where's the Amerlin seat? And why are there such veiled threats?
Honestly,
going back and forth.
I half expected Swan to pop up somewhere in and around Moiraine.
Oh.
I did. For like half a second there. At some point I was like, where is she at? Is she going to be? No? Okay.
No.
There was a threat there,
Liandrin does throw out a threat that when the Amerlin seat falls, the keeper will go with her.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
We got some stuff happening.
Whoa. That was crazy.
Yeah. Let's talk about Moiraine.
Sure.
She's on a journey.
Certainly is that
we get some family dynamics here.
Yeah.
She's got a younger sister.
Okay, so we're definitely getting quite an old age on Moiraine.
Yeah.
So we got an older age on Liandrin because her son is like 90.
Yes,
or
like
something like
old.
Yeah, and so that's fine. But we get this interesting thing because Moiraine has a younger sister who's clearly quite old.
Yeah.
Not like 90 old, but quite old. And then we get this family portrait.
This was the old lady from last episode who was talking to Rand.
Who was at the party.
Yeah, she was the one. Yeah, and that makes sense because she kind of like uses that. And we do get like family backstory, so it makes sense that Moiraine, being the older sister, the star of the family, the one who can channel,
Aes Sedai,
goes off to the tower. Like that all makes sense. And then she basically, from what it sounds like, abandons her family. And then this younger sister is there to pick up the pieces and do what she can to save the house after their uncle ruined the family Damodred.
That's
like
right.
Their house.
Yes, he did do that.
So that makes sense in my eyes of like what the dynamics would be. And then Moiraine coming back now is like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
This isn't your house. You don't belong here. Go away.
And it's like, you're right, but I'm still on my mission.
Yeah.
I'm still on my mission.
I mean, it feels like Moiraine's maybe a little bit lost in her mission right now.
Right. Well, I think because she got that prophecy from Baal Domin.
Yeah.
Which clearly shows the Daughter of the Night coming back.
Right.
Right? Lanfear. And I think that she's concerned about Rand being close to said lady.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. Now, I do like the fact that it's clear now with the Moiraine Logain interaction that she basically set it up with the tower to make sure Logain got put here in this hospital in Cairhien.
Right. That's run by Yellow Sisters.
Like, hoping that Rand would get here at some point and then learn how to channel.
Yes.
Like, that was a pretty good interaction with, like, hey, teach him how to channel properly, and I'll give you what you want.
And I'll let you kill yourself.
Even if that is, like, questionable at
Maybe.
best. But, it's good because clearly we want Rand to learn how to channel properly.
Yes.
From someone who maybe has a little bit of experience.
Well, and it's like, now is Rand going back to his day job after what happened here?
I'm gonna have to say no, but Moiraine doesn't know that. And that's why I preface this episode with, like, this is an episode of people are getting stuff wrong. We're not on the same page. We're working off of wrong information right now. And that's how the story goes. People are going to make mistakes here.
This is a really good middle of the season setup episode.
Oh, yeah. Like episode 4, we got the last half.
I loved it. This is my favorite episode so far.
Like, where are we going from here? It's pretty powerful here. And let's come back to the final scene at the end, though.
Sure.
So we can talk about that. Let's skip over to Lan.
Oh, yeah. It'll take 3 seconds.
Yeah. Lan, Maxim, Ivan, Alana. So we got, like, little interactions.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sure Lan doesn't kill himself.
Sure. But it's not the same. Because we have that entire thing from last season with Steppen, who killed himself because his Aes Sedai died.
Yes. But also, again, we're working off of incorrect information from a lot of different angles here.
Because they don't know Moiraine can't channel anymore.
And we don't even know the extent of what she can't channel. Is she, like, stilled? Is the power ripped away from her?
Or is she shielded?
Is she shielded and she can't, like, connect to the bond?
And she just needs it back? Yeah.
Like, and was she just, like, throwing rocks at Lan to make him go away? And
yes, she was doing that.
Or his feelings hurt more
yes.
than anything else?
Sounds that way.
Maybe. Like, we're working off of a lot of wrong...
Yeah.
We're working off of so much wrong information here. And the warders themselves, when they're talking to Lan, like, it sounds like their advice for him is different from the advice that Alana's giving Lan, too.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really knows the interactions.
No, it's just kind of like, here's what these characters are doing right now.
Yeah.
And that's
everyone's trying to, like, work their way through this.
Yeah.
And it's not good for anyone.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm excited to see
I could do without all of that. Honestly,
okay.
It's fine.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Teeny tiny little scene we got.
Min and Matt.
Yeah, I'm loving their on-screen chemistry here.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, they are fantastic together in the end.
Love it.
Matt still isn't very good at dice because he seems to be losing. Min seems to be a little bit luckier.
Well, Min seems to know what she's doing a little bit more. Like, even when she's going to pay for the drinks and then does the thing where she's like, I'm meeting someone in the attic.
Well, she's got the worldly experience that Matt clearly doesn't have. Mm-hmm. He's the boy from the Two Rivers who hasn't really been outside of his village.
Yeah.
And it's not gone so well for him so far. And Min has been all over the place, so it makes sense that she's better at all this stuff than he is. But don't go meet the spooky people you don't know in the attic of the inn. Mm-hmm. Come on, that's like rule number 1.
Yeah, and also I'm like, oh my gosh, why does Ishmael know about Min? Because this whole time it's been like, oh, the Taviran. And
what does Ishmael know about Leandrin?
Oh, right, because that's Leandrin sent them here.
Leandrin sent them here because, hey, Leandrin promised Min that they were going to get rid of the power. And then Ishmael's like, hey, that doesn't sound like something
that... Did you think it was the Aes Sedai?
Right?
Idiot, of course it's me.
Got to come to the dark for that kind of gift.
Oh, yeah, and then we have Leandrin at the end clearly being not nice and pretty evil.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So we got to be on the same page here.
Got it.
Okay. But to
also,
what extent?
I'm wondering why, Ishmael is interacting with Min here, right? Like with the whole vision thing. So
yeah, well, he's the strings puller. He pulls the strings.
Yeah.
He gets people to do the things that he wants.
He wants Matt in Kyrian for some reason.
Well, and I mean, we know that we've got 5 Taviran, and Matt's one of them. So it makes sense that Ishmael would be interested in where he wants to put pieces on the chessboard.
Okay.
Well,
and then they're using
we got to look at this like a game.
Past history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To move the pieces around the board to where we want them. And when I first heard Matt's going to Kyrian, I was pretty excited because, like, Rand's there. But Rand's not there anymore.
Yeah, no.
Right? I'm assuming Rand left. It kind of seemed like they went off into the forest. We got to get there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That part's confusing for me, and I'm just interested to see where that goes. Because that whole Matt and Min dynamic here is interesting.
It is, and
I guess we're going to follow it.
I like the little backstory with the Min and the ants, and it makes sense. That
yeah,
if,
that's what I was saying, her past trauma.
Yeah, the fortune-telling girl, they're going to exploit her for her powers, which makes a lot of sense in Min's character, why she doesn't want anyone knowing about this.
Fair.
And she might want it gone.
Right.
She might not want that power.
True.
So, okay.
So, now, let's talk about Rand.
Yeah.
Rand and Selene.
Okay. So, we get the reveal. We get the whole scene with Ishmael freeing the bloody woman
that's
from...
how we start the episode.
Oh, man.
Well, and it's the whole, sundial thing, or the moon dial, or whatever, and Bael'Damen had a piece of Quendiar from that broken dial, which was clearly a seal for Lanfear's prison.
Yeah, so we got Ishmael going around freeing more of the Forsaken.
Uh-oh.
And Lanfear, one of the most powerful ones, is
I actually love this idea that the seals are the prisons of each Forsaken.
That's pretty cool, too.
I think that's a really cool concept. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, if that's how we're going to follow, and if we're going to get, a story of Ishmael freeing more and more and more of the Forsaken, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like it.
And really terrible.
And terrifying.
Those are the bad guys.
They are the bad guys.
Those are the villains. That's bad news, but also so interesting.
And if you're rooting for the bad guys, then it's it's a win.
I just love Lanfear so much.
I see this as a complete win.
She's just my favorite character. I love her so much. But
yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
So, knowing now what we know, because they do the really good thing at the beginning of the episode and then at the end of the episode, where it's like, hey, that bloody woman was clearly, they do the flashback and forth. That's Lanfear.
And she's even, moving the same way.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we know with her being like, oh, I'm a monster too.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have an entire lead up. It's super interesting, and she's clearly very manipulative, and
the whole really why didn't you tell me you could channel? It's like, if you're Lanfear, you're evil, and you know everything already.
You're with Rand, I'm sure. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And Rand just bites. Oh man, what a little baby.
Yeah.
He, is in love with this older lady, and
it is just fantastic. And she reels, and you see her casting out that line, and then just reeling him in. Good.
Another thing I actually really liked about this episode was we can see when Rand is holding the power, when he kills that Fade with the power, controls it on purpose, and does a thing with the power that he does on purpose.
He wants to do.
He
needs to work on his sword moves because he's not good with his sword.
Yeah, he should work on that.
He should work on that.
He should work on that. But I really wanted to talk about the way in which we're seeing the weaves and the way in which the special effects are being shown, because I really appreciate the upgrade.
Oh yeah, no, they're stepping it up.
Really are. Yeah. Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much less cheesy and really just kind of cool.
But now I'm also questioning though, with the Fade popping up here. So if Lanfear
did Lanfear call that so that Rand
did
could
she
channel?
Because I have to assume that the Forsaken and the Fades are kind of on the same side
yeah,
here.
they're dark guys. Yeah.
So did she bring him here to make Rand channel, and then she emotionally plays him oh, why didn't you tell me?
Probably.
Right. Is
Sounds
it all
like
a game?
Lanfear.
And that's what I was saying. We got to be aware in this episode, is anything we're looking at, is any of it real?
Mm-hmm.
And even with Moiraine popping up at the end and stabbing Lanfear
and then slitting her
throat. But
But then at the end, she opens her eyes.
And she, like, is any of this
even
real?
Moiraine was like, we gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just kill a Forsaken with a knife and a sword.
And, like, I don't know. Like, I'll grant, like, maybe this is Moiraine and maybe this is, but I'm so on guard for what's real, what's a dream sequence, what's an illusion.
Is Moiraine actually here?
Is any of what I'm watching real, or is this just, like, Lanfear playing Rand like a friggin' fiddle? Like, who knows? We could go in literally any direction right now.
No, my gut is that was real. So,
and maybe it is.
Yeah.
And like if it is, that's cool too.
To be fair, you were like, "Ooh, is Nynaeve gonna accept the ring?" Yes, she does.
She did, but she wasn't wearing it. But then she put it on before someone opened the door. So like, she hasn't fully accepted it. So I'm giving myself.
She's wearing the literal accepted dress, and she has the ring. So.
Yeah, she had it on the table though. So
yeah.
Half a point.
She has accepted it.
I'm taking a third of a point.
She's just having her own issues with the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half a point for me.
No points.
A third of a point.
0 for that.
10%.
I don't even know why you're fighting.
Well, because I want something here.
No. You get points for other things. That's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so all so good, and Lanfear doing her like kind of almost like she was gonna like shift change or something.
Yeah, what were we doing? What were we doing?
What was she about to do before she just gets like stabbed? Which almost was very reminiscent of, you know, who Egwene was dancing with in the first episode?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yep.
And he gets stabbed like through the chest at her?
Yeah.
That's what this reminded me.
Well, and same with Dana, who got the knife through the throat from Tom.
Oh, yeah, same. And lots of behind the stabbing.
That's the best way to stab someone. If
from
you're gonna
behind,
from
in
behind.
the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Love that. Love that.
Otherwise, they can see you coming.
I am eager to rewatch this one.
I got to look a little bit more in detail here, and I'm so excited for the last half of this season.
Oh yeah,
we got 4 more, and oof,
ramping up to be good. Oof. Now I just got to start thinking about what we're gonna eat next week.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right. Gut check. Where does this one rate?
Oh, fantastic!
Good.
They're all amazing.
Okay, that's not a rating. Okay. This was my favorite one so far.
Every thumb I have, it's up.
Oh, wow. That's both of them.
All of them.
All of the thumbs. All of the thumbs in the air. Great. Okay. This is really good. And we'll wrap that up for now because as we say around here, it's part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. The Wheel Weaves is hosted and edited by Dani and Brett, produced by Dani and Brett, with Passion Socks, Cody Feltz, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jamie Young, Megan Smiley, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Charlie Haz, Adam, Marta Thier, Michelle Forbes, MKM, Antoine Benoit, Lawrence Bradley, and Eric Reed. With music by Audionautics. Please be sure to check out our Patreon page if you are interested in supporting us and the podcast. We would love to send you some Patreon exclusive merchandise as a thank you. Plus, you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else. And at the time of recording, we have over 40 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. You can find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and information like how to send us shot glasses or how to join our Discord or how to get in touch with us, you can visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping other people find us. Right now, we are offering to send exclusive merchandise to select people who give us 5-star reviews if you leave your username for Instagram or Twitter, and I'll reach out to you that way. Also, please be sure to tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.